Hello and welcome to the Asking a Christian podcast, and this is episode 1. This podcast is part of askingachristian.org as well as lostonesministries.org, where we answer your questions about the Bible and about Christianity in general. If you'd like to ask a question or have your question answered on our show, please visit our website at www.askingachristian.org or lostonesministries.org and click on the link that says Asking a Christian and ask your question there. We also have a phone number if you'd prefer to ask your question that way. That number is 602-529-2530. Leave your question via voicemail, or you can also text that number if you prefer. And please indicate whether or not you would prefer to have your question answered on the show, or if you'd like us to respond back to you privately. Let me tell you a little bit about our show. Basically, I've been running a sort of a question and answer website about the Bible and Christianity for the last several years. And in that time, I have, of course, come across many different topics and subjects that I think a lot of people might actually want to know about, but maybe hadn't thought of the question or hadn't really known where to ask it. I will take from the archives that I have, usually about 2 questions per episode, what we have time to delve into. And let's get started today. Today's topics will be works versus faith and the divinity of Jesus Christ. Works versus faith. This is a question that I've been asked actually several times in a group that I attend over the last year or so. The question being, if salvation is a gift that we receive freely from God, then what is it that James is talking about when he says that a faith without works is dead? Now, this is a question that I'm not sure is a very common question, but I know it's a question that I definitely have run into several times. It's an important question to understand because it plays into the concept of the faith versus works sort of ideology, where some people do believe that you are expected to earn your salvation by good deeds or by essential Christian activities, whereas other people believe that your salvation comes and then the activities are what follow, the Christian works, so to speak, are the result of. And that is exactly what James means in the book of James, chapter 2, when he states that a faith without works is dead. Basically, the works that he's talking about are just, the kind of things that you'd expect a believer of Jesus Christ to do, loving one another, kindness, charity, all the things that Jesus commanded and taught us to do, that those things are the result of having received Jesus, of having received his salvation, as opposed to the idea that you do those things in order to secure your salvation. Let me take you to Ephesians chapter 2 and verse 8. It says, God saved you by his grace when you believed, and you can't take credit for this. It is a gift from God, which of course teaches clearly that you are not able to earn this. It's not because you are righteous. It's not because you're a good Christian beforehand. The gift of salvation comes first. It's a free gift. And from that point, because of what a powerful gift it is, that gift should produce some kind of result. And that's what James is referring to, that the works that the faith produces is not only something that comes after the faith, but it's a sign that the faith itself is alive in you. If you claim to be part of the faith, but you have no, visible signs that you are a part of the faith, you're not enacting it, living it out, or trying to be or do as Jesus said, then how can your faith really be alive? How can it be true that you are a Christian, or that you are trying to be a Christian, if you do not seek to do the things that Christians do? I have all my notes on this topic. They'll be posted on the site along with the show, so you can check out the scriptures that I used. I have a couple more that I didn't have time to put up on the podcast, But if you want to go ahead and check that out, read more about it, and if you want to comment or get back to me, let me know if there's anything you think should be added or subtracted from this. I'm open to hear it. Let's move on.